mentioned the psychological understanding. It's a more universal word, I think, for Western and Eastern civilizations. But when I say understanding yourself, understanding life and other people, it is coming more from the ancient traditions, whatever you may call, whether it is religion or just traditions that are pertaining to the nature. And I believe that we shall not forget about the wisdom of our ancestors, to recall that our inner world is something that extrapolates the state of mind, the state of peace, the state of love to the outer world. And understanding yourself is important. It's not only psychological work, I think it's a deeply spiritual work, to understand what your inclinations, what your wishes. The most important thing is to understand what you are for here. And once the person, I think, understands that and starts to fulfill own mission, own wish, true wish, without sticking to social postulates that can say you shall be an actor, you shall be a businessman, you shall be a politician, successful person. Without sticking to that, the person may just break the stereotypes and do something that is really close to his or her heart, and be happy in life. Because I strongly believe the world is not only material. Of course, it is material, but not only. And things just transcend through us. And each person here is here for a reason, for some upper reason, which each of us should identify in order to be happy. There are practices also in the modern world. There are gurus who are making it in a very modern way. I'm giving just an example without any advertisement, just as example of Deepak Chopra or pretty famous people. Or I love listening to Dalai Lama or to some imams, very modern ones, that the young ones who explain religion in a very practical way, and give not only just an example of one situation, but they give you a key to resolution. We have sometimes faced in our life problems, and sometimes we block ourselves into doing certain things, but each difficult situation for us is not a block, is a trigger to think what was wrong and to go forward, to be constructive with yourself, not to block yourself. Blocking yourself means you limit your expression of your inner, and importantly is to always understand why this happened to me again and again and again. And sometimes you can really find an answer and turn your path in a totally different way. There are also psychological practices, but I think it's more internal work. Once you get it, you can make it very constructive for yourself. Well, I mentioned that also before in my speech, that human fraternity, like peace, love, human fraternity and peace are state of mind. It's already the ultimate state of things, according to my version. In order to go to that, there are certain tools that could be used, like, as you mentioned, dialogue, especially intercultural dialogue, or a so-called people's diplomacy, ethics, when we go again to the Greek philosophy, and train ourselves, train our spirits in terms of ethics. Ethics cannot be prescribed. You need to do this and that. It's as they said in Sparta, they trained themselves not only physically but also spirits. So in order to achieve human fraternity, in order to achieve peace as a state of mind, it's important to use these very good tools, like, as you said, intercultural dialogue, or what people call people's diplomacy. politics, maybe watching more artistic pieces of art, reading literature, to understand the world better, larger. Social media sometimes makes it's too narrow, too utilitarian. But for a person to understand more, to be more peaceful and to achieve human fraternity, is very important to get education in all spheres.